Storytime Bus!
Gather round, campers, for the tale of the mystery of Camp Bristlecone's Crest. Follow along as Nia, Mateo, and Priya uncover a century-old puzzle and restore the treasured camp symbol. The morning sun filtered through Camp Bristlecone's towering pines as Director Martinez addressed the worried campers. "Our Camp Crest has disappeared," she announced, pointing to the bare flagpole. Nia jumped up from her log seat, her ponytails bouncing. "We'll find it," she declared boldly. Mateo adjusted his glasses, studying the strange, muddy footprints circling the pole. Priya gently touched Nia's arm, whispering thoughtfully, "Maybe we should work together on this mystery." The storage shed smelled of canvas and pine needles as the three friends pushed inside. Dusty camping gear lined the wooden shelves, while cobwebs danced in the filtered sunlight. Mateo methodically searched through boxes while Priya organized scattered supplies. Suddenly, Nia yelped excitedly, pulling a folded paper from an old hiking boot. "Look at this!" She unfolded a hand-drawn map showing a winding trail through the forest, marked with an X near the lake. At the sparkling lakeshore, other campers were already launching canoes for the morning race. Nia grabbed paddles eagerly while Mateo studied the map's route along the water's edge. "The X marks somewhere past Beaver Point," he observed, carefully. Priya helped study their bright red canoe as they climbed in. As they paddled through the gentle waves following the mapped shoreline, strange carved symbols became visible on several lakeside trees, matching mysterious markings from the paper. Beaver Point jutted into the lake like a rocky finger, covered with smooth stones and driftwood. The friends beached their canoe and began searching carefully. Under a moss-covered fallen log, Priya discovered a small metal tin containing another cryptic note and a piece of torn fabric. "Someone else was here recently," Mateo noted, pointing to fresh footprints in the mud. The note read, "Where legends sleep beneath stars, the truth awaits brave hearts." Nia frowned thoughtfully as gathering clouds reflected in the lake's surface. In their cozy cabin, Mateo's bunk covered maps and notes as he worked with intense concentration. Priya organized their clues on a wooden table, while Nia paced excitedly nearby. "Legends that sleep beneath stars," Mateo repeated slowly, adjusting his glasses. "Wait," Priya exclaimed suddenly, pointing to a camp brochure. "Tonight's campfire stories are about the legend of the lost pioneer." Nia's eyes lit up with understanding. "The old pioneer cemetery behind the dining hall. That's where legends sleep beneath stars." Orange flames crackled against the darkening sky as campers gathered around the stone fire pit. Counselor Jake's voice carried through the forest air. "Old Henrik Bristlecone carved that first Camp Crest himself, hiding his family's precious compass inside it before the harsh winter of 1887. The three friends exchanged meaningful glances across the flickering firelight. Mateo whispered urgently, "That's why someone stole it. They know about the compass." Priya nodded thoughtfully as shadows danced across their determined faces, planning their next move carefully. After lights out, the three friends crept quietly from their cabins, flashlights tucked safely in their pockets. The old cemetery sat behind a weathered wooden fence, ancient headstones barely visible in the moonlight. They hid behind a large pine tree, whispering their plan. "If someone comes looking for more clues, we'll be ready," Nia breathed softly. Suddenly, footsteps crunched through the fallen leaves nearby. Mateo grabbed his friend's hand as a shadowy figure approached the oldest gravestone, carrying a familiar object that glinted in the pale moonlight. "Counselor Jake?" Nia gasped as they stepped from their hiding spot, flashlights revealing the familiar face. Jake looked up from the gravestone, holding the camp crest gently in his weathered hands. "I found it this morning near the lake," he explained quietly, "but I wanted to solve old Henrik's final puzzle first." He pointed to carved symbols on the stone, matching their clues. "The compass isn't just hidden in the crust. It points to Henrik's secret stash of camp supplies, meant to help future generations of campers during difficult times." Jake carefully opened the crest, revealing Henrik's antique brass compass nestled inside the carved wood. Following its needle, they walked 20 paces north to a cluster of 3 ancient birch trees. Mateo counted steps precisely, while Priya held the flashlight steady. "Here!" Nia exclaimed, finding loose stones arranged in a circle. Together, they moved the rocks to uncover a metal box filled with old-fashioned camping gear, rope, matches, blankets, and even some preserved food. Jake smiled proudly at the young detective's teamwork and clever problem-solving skills. The next evening, the entire camp gathered for a special celebration. Director Martinez proudly raised the restored crest up the flagpole as everyone cheered loudly. "Nia, Mateo, and Priya showed us that the best adventures come from working together and never giving up," she announced warmly. The 3 friends sat together on their favorite log, watching sparks rise toward the starry sky. Jake added Henrik's discovered supplies to the camp's emergency kit, ensuring future campers would be safe. As the fire crackled peacefully, the friends knew this was just the beginning of their summer adventures at Camp Bristlecone. Thank you for watching today's story. Remember to like, subscribe, and join us next time on the Storytime bus for another magical adventure.